Hey, Jenna Matlin here, your friendly psychic tarot reader. I have another psychic tip for you. And I'm going to start off with a question. So, assuming that you left the house today, how many red cars did you see today? Can you remember? Probably not. And so, if I was skeptical of sight, I would say something like, well, if you can't tell me how many red cars you saw today, then obviously then you can't see, right? Because if you could see, you could tell me how many cars you saw. So here's the thing, psychic ability works the same way, that we're filtering information all the time and not paying attention to what's coming through unless it shows up as important for us to do so. The same for psychic phenomena. Now, if I were to ask you, so how many sirens did like drive past you today? You would probably be able to tell me fairly certainly whether any sirens in fact did drive by you in your day today. Now that is different. That's what I call an emergent factor. So this is something that is breaking outside of kind of the normal, ho of the day and gets you to pay attention. Psychic phenomena also works in that factor. So sometimes, yeah, I'm at a friend's house or I'm doing something and then I get a hit like that. But it typically is every once in a while. It's not all the time. So when people are skeptical of you and they expect that somehow you get a full dossier of every single freaking thing to happen on this dimension and the other, and you should know about it, it's really kind of a false flag, because we don't ask people to actually have physical senses to be able to do that. And if you could, you'd probably be committed because you'd be going crazy. So that's the thing. I remember in high school, I was very witchy even then, and years later, a friend of mine from high school said, Jenna, me and some other people were kind of afraid of you. And I was so shocked by that. But they were afraid because they thought that I could read them all the time or that I would ferry out their secrets or whatever was going on. And that's just not the case. Number one, that's an egregious violation of privacy. And number two, I got my own problems. I'm not looking for anybody else's. So if you are working on your psychic ability and you have the skeptical people really holding you to an impossible metric that they could not even keep to with their physical senses, then they're not really looking to understand. They're just looking to debug.